Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. How's everybody doing today? The chat is up and running. Well, looks like I got a receding hairline this morning. This afternoon, I guess. That's what I see. Well, my hair's still wet. It's still damp from the shower. But what's going on, people? All right, let me do my little commercial here. Afternoon Chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone is welcome. In order to chat, you'll have to go to youtube.com and download their Discord app. It is free, just like this show. Not going to sell you anything. No midstream ads, no commercials of any kind, no sponsors, no hustle. Okay. We can talk about anything you want to talk about as long as we abide by the community guidelines that are established by YouTube. Yeah, we don't want to piss off YouTube. Okay. It's the only platform I stream on. I have no presence on any other social media platform whatsoever. This is it. Take it or leave it. The people in the chat are the actual stars of this show. Good afternoon. I'm guessing this is Nunu. Shot in the dark. Good afternoon, Hen2 Nunu. What's going on with you in your world today? I slept in and took a nap. So, yeah. It is what it is. All right. Nunu. What's VOD? VODS. What are VODs? Well, I worked on it. I did not. Video on demand. Okay. I did not. All right. Let's tell you what I did do. Okay. I did empty the cache or whatever you want to call it. Okay. When the live streaming is done, it becomes a VOD, a video on demand. Okay. And is the chat appearing in the VOD? I didn't see any. I did get the cache emptied. Excellent. I did double check all my settings, all my buttons that I can push and everything. And I did everything that I could do. I did yesterday. I was a good boy. Tell your friends, okay? Nice. That's what I was going for. I want people to be able to see the chat as it happened. That way, if you forget what was said, you can go back and check the video and see what was said. Yeah, it's taken off. That's good. We're getting views. I checked the video last night and we had 10 views by the time I went to bed. So, well, I can see the live chat on my TV or on my computer. I got it on both. Bigger screen on the TV, easier to read. On the comment section, you swipe the comment to the left. Okay. Well, I also ended up changing my dinner plans last night. I did not have the ham steak. I dinked around so long that I was eating a late dinner, and I decided I'd just go with the hot dogs because it was easier to prepare. I will have the ham steak tonight. I was dinking around on the computer going through all my settings for at least an hour. Hot dogs are a comfort food to me. It's just like being a kid. Yes, I really, I bared down and I made sure I went through it line by line. It's hard for me to pay attention to detail. I really have to focus. And to be honest, my brain does not want to do it. No, I believe it's around the 25th or something of the month. And today is like only the 6th. We've got a few weeks yet. That reminds me, I have to call. I think I would need to look at my calendar. But yeah, I got to call the butcher shop. I'm going to order a fresh turkey. I don't want a frozen one this year. I want a fresh one. I've never had the fresh. I want to try the fresh right from the farm. Well, I want him also to debone it. I'll pay extra and have him take it right off the bone. We have locally raised turkeys. I'm in Michigan, so I'm going to eat a Michigan turkey without having to go and hunt it or clean it myself. Well, it's a staple for holidays here in the United States. It's a good sized bird. It's bigger than a duck, bigger than a goose, and a lot bigger than a chicken. We're even making things out of turkey now. We're making turkey bacon, turkey sausage. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was pretty ridiculous. Nobody's going to confuse the country of Turkey with an edible bird. I haven't heard of turkey jerky, but if they come up with some, I'll try it. Oh, Nunu, I come up with something else for you. I know you love music, but the blues are a difficulty. So look up an artist by the name of Marcus K. Just the letter K. He's Belgium, and he's a what we call a busker. He travels different countries and he plays publicly in parks or on the beach or wherever he can get electric hookup. Yep, Marcus K. This is one of the guys that I watch. When I'm scanning the bands and I can't decide what to watch, I put Marcus K on and I just turn up the volume and let it go. Yes, he's a street performer. We call that busking here. Have you noticed the lighting is better in here today? I did work last night, okay? He's a very talented musician, and he uses a Looper Pro. No, I closed the drapes and went to only interior lighting. It looks better though, right? I'm still going to buy a new lamp. But this is the adjustment I made. I did a lot of work on the show last night, okay? And if I take my glasses off and there's no reflection, does it look like a normal guy sitting on a normal couch in a normal living room in a normal America? Oh, I'm sorry your internet's unstable. Mine seems to be smooth. I'm not having any issues right now. My hair, I don't know, maybe looks a little bit red, but it's really not red. You want me to shave my head so I look like Mike? No, I am not a redhead. I've dated redheads. Does that count? No, my hair's supposed to be brown. Well, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. No. And I'm already on my Gatorade. I'm moving right along today. They can't stop me now. I finished the Dr. Pepper, moved on to the Gatorade. When I sit down to dinner tonight, I will have another Dr. Pepper. Pardon me. Sew buttons on an elephant's ass? What are you sewing about? That's an old joke. All right, what do you want to know about Thanksgiving? I'll tell you everything I know. Yes, I did, but I hit the mute button because you trained me all day yesterday. So tell your friends Ghost is trainable. Okay. The old dog can still learn a new trick or two. You can ask me a not so innocent question if you want. But I'm trying. Okay. I'm putting forth a modicum of effort. Okay. So, what do you want to know about Thanksgiving? Yeah, time for a smoke. I won't lie to you. I'll tell you the truth about anything I know. If I don't know, I'll tell you that too. Yes, watching football on Thanksgiving Day has become a tradition in America because of repetition. Are you saying football was invented in 1876? No, I don't think that people did it to burn off Thanksgiving calories. Maybe, but I don't think so. Most Americans are overweight. I think it goes the other way. I think they get the televised game so they have the VOD available for the rest of their life. No, I'm not overweight, but most Americans are overweight. For several reasons. One, I think, is probably the preservatives they put in our food. Two would be a lack of exercise. Sedimentary lifestyles. Yeah, the football game is recorded live, just like this live stream. When this goes and becomes a VOD, I do not edit it at all. The opponent for Thanksgiving will be the Green Bay Packers, who have already beaten, they already beat the Lions this year, opening day. They whooped us bad. Green Bay Packers. They're from Wisconsin. Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the other side of Lake Michigan from me. I can jump in a car and be there in 4 hours. $5 if I want to take the ferry. No, I don't really follow any sports other than professional football. And even then, I'm only following the Lions. So I come up with another hybrid animal for you. Picture an American bison. In my mind, it was Big Joe. Big Joe crossed with the American eagle. Bison with wings. An American bison crossed with an American eagle, a bald eagle. So give the bison wings. I thought that would be a good hybrid animal for your book. And I just saw a video yesterday. I would agree. I just saw a video yesterday of a herd of unruly wild bison going through a town, and they flipped cars on their sides, flipped them over. It'd been very scary if you'd been sitting in that car. Yeah, just search bison flips car. Well, by law, he's supposed to have insurance. If you have a car, it's out on the road, it's supposed to have insurance. Yeah, Yellowstone. Well, something just happened with my feed. My TV is all screwed up. Now it's fixed. Exactly. I have nothing on my readout. There was no buffering, just the picture all went blank. Some colors came in and then it put itself back together. It happened only on my TV, not on my computer. Very odd. Sure. Whatever you want to know. No such thing as a bad question. It looks shorter today. I would not consider the Brussels sprouts a part of that menu. And you got to have whipped cream on the top of the pumpkin pie. But yeah, the Brussels sprouts aren't part of the tradition. Everything else you mentioned is. It's common, but it's not traditionally tied in with Thanksgiving. It's a common vegetable. Most people like it prepared with bacon. My most favorite Thanksgiving meal is white meat turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes with gravy over all three. And then I like to add homemade bread. And then I bake all the time. I'm thinking about baking a cake this evening. Stuffing is stuffing would be like diced up cubes of bread, some special seasonings like sage, onion, sausage, maybe a little bit of diced apple. It's just another starch. I like to put gravy over the potatoes, the stuffing, and the turkey. That's what's in stuffing. You can bake it, or they actually have a stovetop brand now. It's a quick, easy shortcut for people. Its brand name is called Stovetop Stuffing. That's probably what I will use this year is the stovetop stuffing. I'm going to get the fresh turkey breast. I will roast that. Well, the unforgettable stories of Thanksgiving are having to do with family and companionship. Everybody breaking bread for the meal. Sometimes, as a child, I remember we had 3 large tables full of people all eating the same meal at the same time. Then in the evening, going out after dark and playing hide and go seek with all the other kids. Yeah, I come from a large family. But that's what Thanksgiving is family and close friends. You invite everyone together. We all have a big feast. And then everyone leaves. And then we end up having leftovers for the next 3 days. Well, 30 minutes goes fast when I have people in the chat room, someone to talk to. I do not like leftovers. I prefer fresh food. You know, I don't care for any leftovers. Well, maybe chili. But yeah, I was thinking about making a cake tonight. Maybe strawberry. Yes, I like to have a dessert for a late night snack. No, I don't have any fresh strawberries, but I have several cake mixes in my cupboard. And I think one of them I have up there is strawberry. I think I also have vanilla and chocolate. Late night snack may not be good for me physically, but mentally, it's very nice. Makes me happy. Yeah, I like the smell of vanilla. I think with most things, if you do too much of any one thing, it is probably going to end up being bad for you. but as long as you do it in moderation. Like, Tuesday and Wednesday, I had ice cream for a late night snack. Then, like tonight, Thursday, I'll be watching a football game. So I might make the cake, and then I would have cake like tonight and Friday night. The last 2 days I had, what was that? Oh, Ben and Jerry's ice cream, chocolate fudge brownie. I get vanilla ice cream sometimes, but this week I bought chocolate fudge brownie. But because I've had the chocolate the last couple of days, I was thinking I might make the strawberry cake. You got to change it up and give yourself a wide variety that gives you a feeling of opulence. We get to try many different good foods. Good for the soul. I think everybody likes ice cream. Well, use that for your ex to reward good behavior. Bad behavior, don't give no ice cream. Good behavior, reward her with ice cream. Train her. Maybe he's lactose intolerant. Yeah. Yeah. Some people's teeth are very sensitive to cold. Yeah, I'll make my ham steak tonight. Ham steak and green beans for dinner. And then during the football game, I will bake a cake. So I have a good late night snack. Yes. Generally, the old men of the family eat too much and then take a nap while they are watching the football game. Yes, tryptophan. I don't think there's that much tryptophan in the turkey. Maybe a little. No, I take my nap earlier in the morning. Nap time for me is like 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Generally, I go to sleep at midnight, sleep till 8 a.m. I get up, I have coffee, maybe some toast or donuts or something for breakfast. Then by 11 a.m., I go in to make the bed and sometimes crawl in and go back to sleep for 2 hours. Yeah. No, my blood sugar's fine. I don't test it anymore, but I used to. My oldest son is diabetic. So I used to test my sugar all the time. No problems for me. I also check my blood pressure sometimes. No problems there either. Yeah, I will probably call the butcher tomorrow before the show. Business hours. Daytime business hours. I will call the butcher. I will ask him how long does it take from when I put my order in until I pick it up, and what the costs will be. And then I can determine when I want to place my order. I don't want to get the turkey too early before Thanksgiving. I want to receive it from the butcher very close to Thanksgiving. I have done that when I was a child. Now I just throw it away. But as children, we used to always do the wishbone. I'm sure some families still do it. Do you have some type of Thanksgiving in your country? I think they originally started with turkey because it served more people. Well, maybe someday you can come to America and have a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. We also, many families do the turkey on Christmas as well. Same bird, different holiday. Our viewership is all over the board today. Yeah. We keep having people jump in and out today, but you're the only one chatting. I think our viewership will increase as each week progresses. No, you don't have to keep silent. This is a chat room. You're supposed to chat. They can jump in the chat if they want to. I don't think either one of us would ignore them, Nunu. If they're watching and they want to chat, they need to go to youtube.com and download the Discord app. No, I never said that. Why would I want you to not chat? Right now, you're the only one on this show. You're the star. Okay. I need you to chat. You don't have to do anything special. I'm just the background. Okay. The people in the chat are the stars of this show. What they say matters. I'm not special. I'm just the host. The guest stars are the people in the chat. I'm just a guy sitting on his couch. Okay. Nothing special about me. Well, I was born on a Saturday. Okay. I'm supposed to be down to earth, grounded. Pardon me. Yep. We have a lot of good tourist spots here in Michigan. Probably the most famous is the Upper Peninsula. It's okay as long as I hit the mute. Yes, but we only count the one, the upper. The lower peninsula, technically it's a peninsula, but the bridge, the Mackinac Bridge that goes from the lower peninsula to the upper peninsula, that was built the same year I was born. I'll tell you something secret about Michigan you probably don't know. We have many, many, many lakes. We're surrounded on 3 sides by lakes, but in the state itself, we have a lot of lakes. We have more shoreline in Michigan than any other state, in my opinion. Yep, they built that in 1957. I don't know why they didn't name it after me. When you stand on the shore of Lake Michigan, it looks like an ocean with smaller waves. Water as far as the eye can see. Very beautiful. Okay. Mackinac Island, yes. Detroit, yes. Sleeping Bear Dunes, yes. Grand Rapids, yes. Traverse City, yes. Picture Rocks National Lakeshore, no. Saugatuck and Holland, Ann Arbor, yes, yes, and yes. Taquanon Falls. State Park? No, I've never been to that state park. Taquamanon. It has windmills, and it is widely known for growing tulips and sunflowers. I believe they have a large Dutch population. But there are others that you have not mentioned. South Haven, beautiful. Let's see, what else? Petoskey. Yeah, South Haven, not heaven, Haven. Petoskey. They have stone. Look up Petoskey stone. Yeah, South Haven is nice. Yeah, South Haven is about 50 miles from me. The Grand Rapids about 35 miles from me. Been to both many times. Yes. A very unique stone. Our state capital is Lansing. Now, on those 10 that you mentioned, I think I've been to 8 out of the 10. No bad rumors about Detroit are true. Detroit has big city problems because it's a big city. The crime rate is a little bit high in certain parts of the city, but not in all parts. There are many poor people. At one time, Detroit was an extremely large city that held a lot of people, and then many people left and the jobs dried up. So there are fewer jobs and fewer people. Whenever you get into a very large city, you will always have a small portion that is very poor. Yeah. In those days, Detroit was Motown. Have you ever heard of Motown? Music. One word, no W in Mo. Motown. There you go. A lot of good music in the 60s, especially. Detroit. It's a nickname. They used to make a lot of music there. They do not anymore. No, I've never heard of the game. They used to make a lot of cars in Detroit. Very few now in comparison. They used to make a lot of music in Detroit. Very little now in comparison. That sounds like a movie called RoboCop. Have you seen the movie RoboCop? Yeah. Very similar storyline for iRobot. Thank you. So, did you write any more in your book last night? That's okay. I'm just asking. I'm not demanding. Okay. I would probably agree. Especially when you also translated it. Yeah, I understand. Imagination is taxing, it takes a toll. A little bit of sugar helps. Too much sugar is not good. I spent more time proofreading my book than I did writing the book. That's all right, Nunu. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you type faster than I do. You probably took it in school since you're well educated. I I look at this whole live streaming as though I've invited the world into my living room to have a conversation. You think this show is working you too hard, making you type too much? I hope not. We have other viewers. They're just not chatting. Everyone is welcome to chat, but no one is required to. No pressure, Nunu. Pace yourself. I do. Well, it's easier for me. I'm just speaking. If I were to type, it would slow everything down. Yeah, I can slow the chat down and create a delay if I want to. It's one of the options they give me when I set up the live stream. I do not have any delay set right now, but if we had like 1,000 people in here, I would have to put the delay in to slow it down so that I could read it. Well, so far I'm not having any issues, and that's why I didn't put any delay on it. I do not want to slow it down. I think it's fine. I'm keeping up, no problem. I can tell you yesterday's stream, you had 249 chats. When today's stream ends, stay in the chat. After I sign off the air, the video goes off. I will talk to you in the chat, and I will tell you how many chats you had. It gives me a count, a total. No, don't apologize. That was great. We had a good show yesterday. It's probably going to be very similar. On some of the chats, they don't come through if they have poor language or something against the community guidelines. That chat will not be published so that I don't get sued. But that chat will be added into the total, even though it never showed on the screen. Exactly. But don't get us into trouble with YouTube. Arigato gozaimasu. Hi. You're not a troublemaker by any shape, okay? You make my show go very fast, and it helps me immensely. You're in charge. I am not fast by any means. No. I have one speed. I call it if and when. No, they did not like that at all. But they are both very responsible young men because they got to be in charge at a young age. They learned how to deal with responsibility. I felt that was my responsibility as their father. They don't want to be accountable. They don't want to be held accountable, I should say. That's why you see so much trolling online, is these people are not held accountable. Yes, they shirk the responsibility. but a responsibility in essence is a burden. But I felt it was important to instill leadership qualities and independence to my sons. I agree. Trolling and bullying are not good. Yes, I got bullied when I was a young man. It can be a very sensitive topic. Oh, I will talk to you about sensitive things. When I was young, I was small. 4'11", 90 pounds. Many kids tried to bully me. It did not work. If they were successful and they beat me up, I stole their girlfriend. Payback is a bitch. No, that would have been junior high school, 7th, 8th grade, maybe 13, 12. Well, it's not my fault. I was born pretty. Oh, God. Can't believe I said that. People bully one another to cover up their own fears and insecurities. I know my value, and I hope you know yours. All life has value. Usually, a bully is bullying you because someone else is bullying him. Yes, all life has value. That's my belief. Someone else bullied them and taught them that behavior. Then they, in turn, pass it on. I hope so. That's nice. That's good. That's really nice. Bullying is not necessary. This is an activity conducted by weak people. Sometimes it takes great bravery to remain neutral. Friendship is important, but it's not everything. Sometimes the person with the most friends is the most insecure and doubts himself more than others. Well, I think that's why the bully is lashing out, is he doesn't know how to make friends. Well, part of being a politician is to represent everyone, including the people that did not vote for you, right? I can't wait till I can read your book. All humans have an imagination. Some people have problems expressing theirs. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Pen pals are nice. Any type of friendship. That's good. Then you can get a wide variety of opinions. That's one of the things that makes you so smart, is you'd intake information from everywhere you can. Yes, the Caribbean is part of the U.S. It is a U.S. territory, not a state, but it is a territory. Years ago, we as a country basically adopted these other countries and islands and took them in as part of us, but like the people of Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens, but they're still from Puerto Rico. The states have elected representatives that function within the government, whereas the territories do not have elected representation in Washington, D.C. They can have a local government, but not part of the national government. Cuba is its own country. It is not part of the United States. As a matter of fact, Cuba is an adversary of the United States. Not an enemy, but an adversary. They have a very close relationship with Russia. I find your curiosity about politics refreshing. Some cigarettes come from Cuba, and Cuba is spelled with a C, not a K. And Cuba is known for their cigars, not their cigarettes. Correct. Cuba. That's okay. Probably because of the way you pronounce it. Your English is excellent. None of the English language makes any sense. Califanto. Thank you. I have some experience in this area. I have met a lot of people and heard a lot of accents and pronunciations. Yeah, that's not correct. If that were correct, your name would not end with a vowel. Yeah, Charizard. If it ends with a vowel, It's going to start with the K sound versus the CH for cha. That's good. Well, maybe no Grohu, but not Nunu. Nunu, individual. That's good. Many names in the United States are very similar, but spelled differently. It's good to be unique. I celebrate being unique. My personal opinion, um, what would be like Barbie? Could be Barbie. Could be Barbi. Could be Barby. All pronounced Barbie, but all spelt differently. Correct. So you can't just go by the spelling. Sometimes you need to hear a name and then you still can't spell it correctly. Yes. Different names pronounced the same but spelt differently. You love slang words, huh? Okay. Let's we'll do some dealer slang. We used to call the don't side. Well, this is not a it's not a curse. It's not a swear words, but it's close. It's similar. Like the don't side. That means the but. The don't side. Yes. Yes. The but, the bottom. It's like slang, a dealer slang, sixes and eights would be representing the breasts of a woman. That has to do with the layout on a craps table. In one of the original versions of the craps table, the top corner, the point that sticks out in the corner had a 6 and an 8. So they switched that over to mean the breasts on a woman. Dealer slang. Not necessarily curse words. Not necessarily everyone would know this unless they had been in a dealer environment. I'm glad I could entertain you with that today. So one dealer might say to another, check out the 6s and 8s. That would be in reference to a woman with a low-cut top. A prankster, huh? You're very funny. It's like that guy's not playing with a full deck. It means crazy. He's not playing with a full deck. As long as they know craps, that could be funny. Don't get yourself slapped in the face, figuratively or literally. Don't get in no trouble on account of me. Okay? I'm not here to be a bad influence. Okay? Good. Yes. Respect all, male and female, or anywhere in between. Personal opinion. I try to be careful with everybody because everyone has value. I always try to listen to people. It's a sign of respect. I saw a interview with our president this morning. He does not listen to people. He does not hear what they say. He only hears what he wants to hear. Many people do not respect other people's opinions, and it is to their detriment. When the reporter asks the president a question, he needs to listen, not think. He only hears what he wants to hear. He does not hear what the people are saying to him. He has a very narrow focus, disrespectful of others. In my opinion, a good politician has to learn to shut his mouth and listen. This is one of the first things you learn in when you study conflict resolution. Some people cannot hear what you're saying. They cannot comprehend your position on an issue because they cannot hear. The wise man listens. When you listen, then you can comprehend, then you can understand. Exactly. Someone that never shuts up, the first thing he will do is appear to be a fool. You must listen. Then you can understand. Once you have listened and you understand, now you can reply wisely. No. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I have seen you when other people are in the chat and you do not attempt to dominate the conversation. You listen. You understand. If you don't understand, I've seen you research until you do. Okay. You are a very good conversationalist. I give kudos where kudos are due. I don't think it's going to happen today. We've had many viewers in and out, but no one has chatted today. Perhaps tomorrow. You just got to remember that some people do not have the technology. If you're watching this show on TV and you do not have a phone, how could you chat? You can't. I took classes in conflict resolution, and it taught me a lot. The main reason that people have conflict is they have failed to listen, or they do not feel that the other party is listening to them. Pardon me. Yeah, back in the day, I used to take a lot of classes, individual things that I wanted to learn about, and I wanted to improve myself. So I took many classes on conflict resolution, public speaking, and theft protection. No, I think I will disagree on your last comment. The problem with modern government the as I see it, from my perspective, one of the main problems with modern government is that they are trying to put on a mask. They are trying to pretend to be someone or something that they are not. A mask is a nice way of saying a lie. They're trying to hide the truth. That mask that they're putting on makes them appear weak, frail, and hollow, empty of all honesty, in my opinion. Yeah, Ukraine is in chaos, but this is one of the results of war. That guy we were talking about earlier, Marcus K, he went to Ukraine during wartime and played music in the town square. It's worth a view. Yeah, war is causing chaos not just in Ukraine, but in all the countries around it. It makes people insecure. They feel unsafe. But it's a false domination. It's not real. Whenever you put a mask on and you try to deceive others, that mask eventually gets stripped away and people see the truth. Once you learn a man lies to you, what happens to your opinion of that man? It reduces. It can never get back to what it once was. Once you find out the man has lied to you, in your eyes, in your mind, he is smaller, less important, and thus disposable. You do not need his lies in your life. This is what happens to politicians. There are two kinds of lies that a politician can tell you. One is his dream. When I get into office, I want to do A for you. I want to do A. Then there's the other kind of lie, where he says, I will do A for you. What if he cannot? What if he fails? One, he's speaking about his dream, his intention. The other, he's saying, I'm going to do this no matter what. And then when it turns out to be a lie, he's lost face. He can never get face back. Exactly. I'll tell you a story. It has something to do with this. I was playing chess in a casino while I was on break. I'm in the break room and I'm playing chess with a Chinese dealer. And I caught the Chinese dealer cheating in the game. I saw him do it with my eyes. I called him out on it. That's an illegal move. You cannot move there. He lost face to the point where he could no longer play chess with me because I caught him cheating. Had I not caught him, he would brag to his friends, I can cheat this man. He's foolish. He's a poor player. He does not know I cheat him. I can take advantage of him. But because I caught him, now he can no longer play chess with me. That is the problem with the liar. Once you catch the lie, once you find out, he can never get back your trust. He wanted to brag to his friends that he was able to cheat me, a good player. But when he got caught, now he could no longer enjoy playing a game of chess. Now he could no longer be trusted to play the game of chess. Who's the loser? I'm sorry, but he's the loser. Why, thank you, Nunu. You made my day. All right, let me do my afternoon chat commercial. The only commercial you're going to get, and by the way, I'm not selling you a product. That's right. Afternoon Chat is a live stream chat show. Everyone is welcome. The hours are Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The rules are simple. Follow the community guidelines established by YouTube. Everyone is welcome. In order to be able to chat, you'll need to go to youtube.com and download the free Discord app. The app is free. The show is free. No midstream ads. No sponsors. No hard pitch to sell anything. Your opinion is welcome, and your opinion will be respected. The only thing you can do wrong on this show is not have a good time. Everything else we can fix. Pardon me. I want you to understand the philosophy of this show is everyone is welcome all the time. You don't have to agree with me in order to be welcome here. Your opinion matters. I have a personal belief of live and let live. While we all have things, we all have common ground, we're all human beings. We are also all individuals, and we have a right to be unique. You don't have a right to tell someone else how to lead their life, and vice versa. Other people do not have a right to tell you how to lead your life. We can all be individuals, and we can all get along if we live and let live. Be patient with one another. Try to be understanding. Be compassionate. You don't know what another person is going through. Maybe they're dealing with death and despair today. You have no idea. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that guy's in a hurry. He doesn't have time to talk to you today. But maybe tomorrow he will have the time, and he will take the time to talk to you. You can't get to know someone in passing. You have to have a conversation with them. You have to work with them. You have to break bread with them. Share a meal with somebody and tell me how you feel about them afterwards. We all have common ground. You cannot hate people. In order to get to hate, you have to start with disagreement, then you move to dislike, and now you must add uncontrolled fear to hate. Nothing is ever built from hate. Uncontrolled fear is not a good thing. It's a bad thing. An adult controls their fears. A child is afraid of the dark. An adult conquers that fear. A little bit of fear is a good thing. It can save your life. But uncontrolled fear, the kind you got to have in order to get to hate, that's not a good thing. Control your fears. You'll have a happy life. It's my personal belief that if we're kind to everyone all of the time, all of that kindness will come back to us tenfold. Respect your fellow human being. Be patient, be understanding, be compassionate. You don't know what's on their plate. You don't know what they're dealing with. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. Afternoon chat will be back on tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone is welcome. You're not required to chat, but you're welcome to. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe if you could. These are free. Okay. I'll never ask you for any money. Okay. Thank you for your time today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Be nice to everyone. You'll like the end result. See you tomorrow.